So, welcome, Blessed Tribe. I wanted to jump on really quickly. Today, I wanted to share all about self esteem tips, how to make sure you're being confident, how to make sure you're walking in your gift with full authority, abundance, joy, peace, confidence, and all that good stuff. But I wanted to just talk more about parenting. So, I'm Coach Jess, and I am your mental health motivational coach on the platform. So if you tuning in from Instagram, hey, follow. If you tuning in from from YouTube, make sure you subscribe, comment, and all that good stuff. Turn on your notification bell. But shout out to all the parents who was trapped in the house with their kids during the pandemic, because London has been on spring break. And listen, I have been like not really struggling, but just challenging with like the age she's coming to, her little personality. She's 6. So I'm like, listen. And they say if you did not receive a lot of discipline, that you're going to be hard to discipline. It's going to be kind of challenging sometimes to discipline your kids. And I see that playing out in my everyday life. And you will see it spill over in other areas of your life. Like the way that your kids respond to you, it'd be the same way, like how you don't put up boundaries in your relationship with your friends, with your significant other, with some family members, with some associates. You see it kind of trickle over. So if you're real soft on your kids, try to make sure that you are disciplining them, because you don't want to spoil them, and it's hard. I only have one. So like one in the home, and then I have a bonus daughter. But listen, do not spoil the kids, because they're gonna be rotten, and then you're gonna look up and be like, why are you so rotten? And it's really because you just took it easy on them. And sometimes you can see that trickle down in other areas of your life, where it's just like, that's why y'all talk to me crazy, because London don't even be listening. That's why the man be acting kind of crazy, because you can't even get the kids to listen. So you'll see, like, listen, you got to buckle down in a lot of different areas in your life. And it's hard when you're trying to run a business, when you're trying to make sure that you are stepping into your purpose, tapping in with God, meditating, like to balance it all. You're going to have to juggle it all, but you're going to have to do it. You the person for the job. I'm the person for the job. All of us in the kingdom are people for the jobs. That's why God have given us gifts, and that's what he wants us to be using them. So if you're a softy with your kids, tighten up. And I'm in that group. I'm a little softy, but I have to tighten up, and it hurt my poor little feelings. But I have to make sure that I'm training her up so that she won't stray away from the things that her mother is teaching her. So I thought about self esteem, because so many people, I spoke about, just encouraging people to start these YouTube channels and start using your gift. But when you start using your gift, you have to have a positive self esteem. So I looked up the definition of self esteem, and it said the way you think about yourself, your value, and some of the negative core beliefs about yourself can contribute to a negative self esteem. So, your confidence, that's number one. You got to have confidence. And it's not like a false self of confidence. You may not know exactly what you're doing, but just be confident that you can do it. Just be confident. And what makes you more confident is when you actually start pressing play and doing it. And even your family, they're going to say, what are you doing? Why do you think you have the audacity to do that? Why do you think you have the resources or the blessing over your life to do that? Just have confidence that you do. The Bible reads the same thing for all of us, that he will give us everything that we need as long as we seek the kingdom of God first. So have confidence and just press play and do it. Just do it like Nike say. Um, don't ignore your achievements. So a big one for me is when I graduated undergraduate. I was at the graduation, and I knew I needed therapy, because I was just like, listen, why is everybody at this commencement service happy? And I felt like it was almost the saddest day of my life. I was looking to the left, I was looking to the right. I was like, why is everybody so happy and I wasn't? Like, it was hard for me to accept that accomplishment. Even when I graduated with my master's degree, I was over in grief, so it was hard for me to celebrate that accomplishment. Even just small stuff is starting your channel, getting 100 subscribers, starting to work out, congratulating yourself by being able to discipline your kids even though you're a softie, congratulating yourself of leaving that toxic relationship where that person was verbally, mentally, and physically abusive to you. Small things, achievements in your life need to be celebrated because it takes a strong willed person to overcome and achieve some of the goals that you have achieved. Getting your business legitimized, speaking positive, having a positive word on your tongue at all times takes encouragement. It's an achievement. Celebrate yourself. Don't just say, oh, that was just another day, another thing under my belt. Take time to breathe and actually enjoy the accomplishments that you are achieving. Because of a person like you to achieve that thing, it's a big deal because you've been through a lot. Individually, all of us have been through a lot. So when we have small goals and big goals, we need to stop and actually celebrate those goals. And I did actually go to therapy and I realized why I wasn't happy during my graduation ceremony. And it was because I wasn't really fully embracing that I had did it. Like, I just felt like another person had did it, but I was the first person in my family to actually graduate from a 4-year university. And I guess I was just in shock. But after I realized, like, oh, I actually did it. Yes, Jess, you did it. So later on, I was able to celebrate and able to just honor myself. And I felt so good. And it definitely gave me a positive self esteem to say, out of all the things I've been through, all the childhood adversities I experienced, abandonment from parents, just lack of resources, and just being the underdog in the family, not saying that my family didn't think I would do it, but it just took a lot out of me to do it because I had been through so much, having literacy challenges growing up, even struggling through Spanish and math and all the different subjects in college. I still was able to get a tutor, take my papers to the writing studios, to make it happen. So celebrate even the small wins in your life. If you and your kids spent 10, 15 minutes together for that day, when you grew up not even spending an hour with your mom and dad doing quality extracurricular activities, count that as a win. That's an achievement. It's actually breaking a generational curse because you're making sure you're providing time for your kids. So don't ignore your achievements. Les Brown said this best for the third one. When things go bad, don't go bad with it. So even if you are having challenges in your area, or you fell off the bandwagon and you just didn't accomplish a goal or didn't keep your commitment to yourself, don't let that one bad day turn into 90 bad days. If you didn't work out one day, the next day, get back on the bandwagon of working out, going to the gym. If you curse the cashier out that day, because she didn't give you your refund or something like that, you overreacted when that was anger and the enemy trying to get you off your beaten path of positivity and good courage. Don't go the next day and just start cussing everybody out. Just count that as a loss. Just say, I lost my temper. I'm not going to do that again. You got in a bad relationship. Don't go and jump in another bad relationship. You lost your temper with your kids one day. Don't go and lose your temper with your kids for the next 50 days. When something bad happens, get the lesson. The biggest thing is that you gotta get the lesson. Get the lesson and then move on. Just say, you know what? That was just one bad day. I'm not gonna let that one bad experience, that one no, that one negative thing I did impact my entire year. Don't when stuff go bad, don't go bad with it. Get back on your beaten path. And sometimes if we feel like we're the underdog, or people have told you or treated you like you're the underdog, sometimes you go into blissful situations or situations where you are the person, like he being on the platform, I'm the life coach. Like if I didn't believe that I had it in me to coach people when they came to have the one-on-one, I would say, well, why did you choose me? What makes me qualified? If you don't think that you are worthy and you are of value enough for people to sow into your life, for you to give them a service, other people are not going to get on board. They're going to say, she doesn't even believe in what she's trying to sell us. So why would we even purchase this service from her? This person doesn't even believe that their fashion designs are of quality. They don't think it add value. So we don't think it add value. People are going to match your energy. So if you think that you have a good service, that you are, well educated or well knowledgeable in that service, other people are going to follow your lead. So know that you are worthy and let that childhood stuff go. Those childhood adverse experiences will really crumble a lot of people's dreams. So, just because people in your past said you might be a teenage pregnancy, that you might be a high school or college dropout, that you wasn't going to be the person who you are today, don't let that stop you and defeat you from accomplishing your goals, at least trying. Because sometimes that stuff will get in your head and you're just like, all you can hear is those negative things you heard as a child. But those things, you're no longer a child, especially in the spirit. God is elevating you and he's giving you a higher anointing so that you can move past all that negative stuff. And experience some luxury experiences. I know for my coach, she talked about how she always wanted to do makeup. And when you watch her videos at the beginning, her makeup was like not as of quality as it is today. So, if you can afford to have some experiences that you've never had before, if you can afford to drive a luxury car that you've never driven before, if you can afford to have a nice furniture set, if you can afford to take your family on a beautiful vacation, get you a massage, invest in you a beautiful hairstyle, get you a new lip gloss. That stuff like that just makes me so happy. Just the small stuff. Just know that you are worthy, especially being a parent. I can attest to this. Like, I may go in the store and I'm going to say, I need this. And when I get there, I'm like, oh, I see this on sale for London. I'm going to get this for her. Or I see this on sale for my sister. I'm going to get this for her. And you just start giving and giving, and then you let yourself go by the wayside where you don't even feel valuable enough to honor yourself, to treat yourself. Make sure that you keep yourself on a high pedestal far as your self value, how much you invest in yourself, even getting a life coach session. To me, women that invest into a life coach session make a sacrifice. They may not be able to get their nails done this month, but they may get their mind together. So when they're wearing their beautiful nails, they can feel whole and secure and beautiful from the inside out. When you invest in yourself, that takes courage, that takes time, that takes thought, and not just buying stuff for yourself, but more of experiences. If you can buy and invest in that flight, like, my family helping me invest into going to see Latoya, I felt so of value because I wanted to invest in myself to elevate my life and to learn more knowledge and to get in the room with somebody that I had just admired. It just brought me so much joy. And it was a luxury experience for me because I personally didn't have the money to invest, but I opened up my mouth and I did receive. So if you can have you a luxury experience, and it doesn't have to be extravagant, but just something that you feel like isn't in your ordinary, just investing in a comedy show or something like that. Make sure that you treat yourself so that you can keep yourself feeling your vibrations very high. You're investing in yourself. You're learning new knowledge. You're getting in rooms that you've never been into. It's helping you explode with your gift, things like that. So just love up on yourself. Get you a squishmallow if that makes you happy. I don't know why everybody needs a squishmallow, but these squishmallows are doing something to people's mental health because even adults have them. I don't know what it's all about. But if you don't have you a squishmallow, don't knock it until you try it. And Accept compliments. It's the worst thing for me. It breaks my heart into many, many, many pieces when somebody says, I love your shoes. Where did you get them from? And you're just like, oh, these old things. Oh, somebody gave them to me. Instead you could say, oh, these are so comfortable. I just love them. Thank you so much for your compliment. I'm glad you like them. You should invest in you a pair. Or when somebody says, oh, where did you get your hair from? How do you maintain it? Or who did it for you? Like, I'm so excited when people give me a compliment because I know that they're loving themselves by loving on me. So I just accept it. I eat it up. Thank you so much. You are so wonderful. I love your smile. I love whatever I can pick on a person to love on them in return. That's how you know when you meet a person that loves themselves. It's because they are able to externally show what's inside of them. When you see somebody constantly sowing discord, and when they are constantly being argumentative, miserable, difficult, causing a lot of confusion, it's because they have low self esteem, they lack confidence, and they lack self love. So it shows all of that when you don't accept a compliment, when you don't say thank you. I am, glad that you were able to love on me because I could tell that's how you love on yourself. Thank you. I appreciate it. And a nice smile, and try to compliment the person in return. Everybody has value. So just say thank you. That just increases your self esteem, keep you out of the low self esteem category, okay? And don't be scared to fail. Do it anyway. Like I said, I didn't even know where this channel would go. I see my subscribers increasing every single day, and I give all God the glory. So if you haven't subscribed, subscribe to the channel because I'm going to be on here sowing positivity, positive seeds into your head so that you won't just look beautiful on the outside, but you will be beautiful in the inside because that's where the work really does come from. When you see people with millions of subscribers, sometimes it's because people can see the light inside of them. So if you are getting value from things that I share, it's nothing wrong with subscribing, liking, and sharing with other family members who may find value in content that I'm sharing. So spread the love. Don't be scared to fail. I talk about it all the time. Steve Harvey and Denzel Washington, they always encourage people. Follow your dream. Don't follow your job. Your job can let you down. I just had a job just break my heart into many, 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 many pieces recently just by the way that they handle business. It is, don't put all your faith and all of your apples and pears and bananas into one bucket. I know I think you're supposed to say eggs, but y'all get the gist. Don't put all of your faith into other people because when it boils down to it, your loyalty to other people means nothing when it comes down to making decisions and they decide which side they want to go with. You're going to be on the losing side unless you're like a follower, unless you are weak minded, have no self esteem, have no confidence, have no backbone. When you walk in the room as an eagle spirit, people are going to come against you. Accept it, embrace it, prepare yourself. That's why you need to have confidence. That's why you need to be able to speak up for yourself. That's why you need to not be shying away when people giving you compliments. That's why you need to be able to just say, hey, this is who I am unapologetically. Just be yourself. Because when people come against you, you need to have all these things in your toolbox to say, listen, take all that to the left. So fail big. Don't be dependent on these little corporate jobs or factory jobs. Get them jobs to help you invest into your own business, start your own business, allow them to be able to pay for you or your kids to be able to go on a vacation or something. Don't depend on that job to be able to take you to the next level because they're designed to take their goals to the next level, their business to the next level, not your goals and not your business and your vision. So use their vision to help employ and supply finances for your own vision. But if a man doesn't have a vision, he will perish. So try to make sure you're staying focused on your own goals And don't be scared. Don't be scared. You're going to be the first person to do it. I'm the first person to do a lot of things, but I had no fear. I had to have that eagle like spirit, and I've been able to dominate and crush everything that I put my hands on. And that's also from the grace of God, and He gets all the glory for that. Also, I'm just a vessel that you guys see that's been bold enough, and I've been doing the work behind the scenes to be able to stand up and say that this is what it looks like. But it's not Jessica doing all this. It's not Coach Jess doing all this. It is the Holy Spirit working through me. And the same Holy Spirit is available, and you have access to it too. You just have to invite it in and stop being so scary and not believing in yourself. Because that's not going to get you nowhere but trampled all over. And people treating you any kind of way. Because they think that that's all you deserve. Because that's all you think you deserve. So know that you deserve better. Be able to accept positive criticism. And I'm not saying people who, got something to say about every little thing, but these are actually important things that can help you bring your vision and your mission to the forefront in a more beautified way. Like when I first created my website, I sent it out to some of my main friends. I only have about 3 of them. So, I was prepared for all the backlash because there are designers and creators and legal workers and, all these different areas in life. They have different value that they bring to the table. So I said, listen, look at the website, see if y'all see something wrong with it before I push it out to the public. Because your family going to give it to you raw and real. They don't care nothing about your feelings. They don't care nothing because they know you. They're familiar with you. So they don't mind hurting your feelings, especially if they love you. Your good friends, they're going to be your worst critics, your worst and best critics, because they're going to tell you real, raw, unfiltered information that's going to help you. So don't be so sensitive where you can't accept their criticism. And so many people was like, you one of my friends said you spoke in first person and third person. Like, you might want to fix that. Then another friend was just like, you got a lot of white space. And then my auntie was like, gave me so many tips on stuff that I'm just creating. I'm just being a creative. I'm the coach. I'm not like a website designer. I'm none of that. But I had people in my corner that was willing to tell me the truth. And I accepted it and embraced it because I knew it was coming from love. Only because I love myself. I'm confident in myself. So when other people tell me something, God give me the discernment to say that's genuine, that's love, that's light, that's joy, that's going to help you take you to the next level. But when I get the discernment that is negative, is dark, is hatred, you got two-faced. When I come around, you quiet. Then when I leave, you talking. That fence riding behavior. Like, make sure that you are taking criticism from people who are in your corner. And people with high discernment and going in the kingdom, what's right and what's wrong. You'll know what to do. Those childhood experiences, like I said, they will rob you of your future. They will be talking in your head, telling you you're not good enough, you too dark skinned, your wig ain't on right, your lip gloss ain't popping, your eyebrows all messed up, your voice is squeaky, you're poor, you're black, you're this, you're that, you're short, you're not married, you got a child, all this stuff. The stuff that people say, they say words don't hurt, but they do. Don't let that childhood stuff just creep up, or poor decisions you've made in the past. Don't let that creep up and stop you from doing the stuff you're supposed to do. It don't matter what you used to do, what you used to be, who you used to do it with, how many baby daddies you got. You can change your life in an instant by going with God, doing what He tells you to do, pouring into the gift that He gave you. Don't worry about all those negative things that come up. And everybody have dark shadows that follow them and haunt them and tell them negative things. But you have to combat that by saying, listen, God already told me this is where we going, and I'm going with Him. Anything negative that's trying to stop me from press and play and doing what I'm supposed to do, it got to go. So start telling yourself, that you are more than a conqueror. You are blessed and highly favored. Things like that. Don't worry about all that negative stuff that you used to do and what people say about you, because they're going to talk about you. You wouldn't be an eagle you're not an eagle if ain't nobody talking about you. How about that? So, some stuff I thought about that you can do to help increase your self esteem, your confidence, your self love is getting to your purpose. I always say, press play, press play, press play. Once you find out what you're supposed to be doing, you ain't gonna have time to entertain nothing nobody else got going on, nothing nobody else gotta say. You're gonna say, listen, I heard that. God bless you and bye. You can exercise, improve your outer shell so that your mental health can stay in a positive state. Exercise, decrease anxiety, depression, helps you sleep better at night. It also gives you a higher self esteem and confidence because you look better. You look more toned. Your weight is healthy. You're not suffering with so many, negative thoughts. It actually clears your mood as well. Um, Celebrate those small wins. Focus on your strengths. Know your weaknesses because they will come and bite you in the butt if you don't keep them in a bag and know what they are. But focus on what you bring to the table. Focus on your strong points. Focus on what people tell you they admire about you. Think about positive thoughts all day long, all night long, in the middle of the night, as soon as you wake up, as soon as you go to bed, when you're at the grocery store. You're going to have to start thinking about these thoughts. Your racing thoughts going to have to be positive thoughts. Meditate and celebrate yourself. Focus on those strengths. Speak life. You speak life and death with your tongue every time you open your mouth. So sometimes if you're angry, be quiet because you're gonna say something that you don't really mean. Try to speak life. I am abundant. I am not a liar, but I do tell the truth. I am a disciplinarian with my child. I am a person who is on YouTube with 1 million subscribers. I am a woman of God. I am a business owner. I am a life coach. I am worthy. I'm confident. I'm loved. I'm light. I'm all of that. Keep positive stuff on your tongue all day long. And when you open up your mouth, you speak curses on other people. So make sure you're also speaking light and love and joy and abundance on other people, not curses. Because what you say does matter. Don't believe what they say. What you say does matter when it come out your mouth. Because what you sow, you will reap. Whatever harvest you're getting in your life right now is because you have reaped it. You have sown it into either good soil or bad soil. So think about that. If you sow out good seeds, you'll reap a good harvest. Don't be scared. Fail big. Laugh. I just made a whole video about how I watched Monique's comedy show and it made me laugh out loud. Even though she was talking about a lot of those childhood adverse experiences, she figured out a way how to make them work for her. People, may hate on her or whatever, but she's figuring out a way how to get those inner feelings out, how to share knowledge about what has happened to her, and she's making big bucks, making people laugh and using her gift. So don't be a hater when you see other people using their gifts. You press play and you start using your gift and laugh, have fun, love, don't worry, all of that good stuff. And get around happy people. Listen, if you are finding value in this channel, I'm not saying just subscribe because I get the benefits, but you get the benefit of being able to see a positive person show up on your timeline every time you turn on your YouTube channel. Every day, Coach Jess has promised, as long as God allowed me to be up here to be able to sow into your life, I'm going to be up here giving you an encouraging word. You don't have to know me personally, but I share enough stories. I got access where I can be your coach if you want to get to know me personally. Just like when I seen Latoya, I knew I need to get in a room with her. And what God do? Open up a door where that I was able to walk in the room with her. When you connect with people, don't worry about if the connection came the way you thought it would come. Get connected with that person. Stay in communication with that person so that you can get your spirit where it needs to be, so you can also be an eagle. When that eagle mother knocks the babies out the nest, because she know they scared to fly, they don't have no choice. You either sink or you either sink down there or you fly. So get with other eagle spirits and make sure that when it's time for you to get kicked out the nest and start your gift and getting out there on your own, your parachute works and that you're able to fly and fly and fly. So subscribe, come back here tomorrow. And I hope you guys enjoyed this word about the self-esteem. And if you're softy with your parenting skills, tighten up because those kids going to run all over top of you. And also you'll notice that you'll notice it spills over in other areas of your life. Everything is connected. And make sure that you're making positive connections. You're staying close with people who are sowing seeds into your life, giving you abundance, joy, light, love, good energy. Come back tomorrow. I'll be right here. God bless.